कुरान के तयशुदा दस्तूर के मुताबिक पहले कुछ मिनट्स इंग्लिश में बात करेंगे और उसके बाद इंशाअल्लाह जब उर्दू की तरफ मुंतकिल होंगे तो चंद मिनट से 10 मिनट 15 मिनट के करीब इंग्लिश में और उसके बाद इंशाअल्लाह उर्दू में। एक बार फिर दुरूद भेजें मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद। औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला सय्यिदिल अंबिया'i वल मुरसलीन हबीब इलाहिल आलमीन अबिल क़ासिम मुहम्मद अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मद व आलि मुहम्मद व अला आलिहि तय्यबीन अत्ताहिरीन सिय्यमा बक़ियतुल्लाहि फिल अर्दीन। क़ाल अल्लाहु तआला फ़ी किताबिहिल करीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर रहीम व नुरीदु अन नमुन्ना अलल लज़ीना इस्तुज़िफ़ू फ़िल अर्ज़ व नजअलहुम अइम्मा व नजअलहुमुल वारिसीन। सल्लु अला मुहम्मद व आलि मुहम्मद। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मद व आलि मुहम्मद। First of all, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this guidance, for the Quran, the Prophet, and the chain of Imame. And as you know, this night is dedicated in the name of our last Imam, Hujjat ibn al-Hasan al-Askari Ruhi Warwaq. In this sense, we are one of the most blessed nations of humanity, that we have this religion and we are living under the age of this Imam, who is titled as Warisul Anbiya. So all the messages of prophets, all of their guidance, and inshallah their achievements will be summarized in the achievement which will be done, and inshallah we will see that after his reappearance. So once again, to pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this earliest reappearance. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And you know that whenever Allah blessed us with something, then there is a question against that blessing. So if you have parents as his blessing, then you have a question how you dealt with them. If you have Holy Quran, guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you have a question. Then that how you got guidance from Holy Quran. And you have this blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in a sense, this is the greatest of his blessing, or the greatest blessings. Because it is not limited to this world. It is going to give you eternity in this world and the hereafter. And as I told you, he is taking inheritance from all the prophets. So whenever you do a ziyarah for Imam al-Asr, you start from Hazrat Adam alayhi salam and you go up to the 11th Imam, and then you say you are the successor of all of them. And you have the flag and honor of all of them in his hand. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, we are blessed with this Imam, and we know this, we have a responsibility. Now what type of responsibility is this, and how to fulfill that responsibility? And I'm going to take 10 minutes of more of your time, around that 10 minutes, to explain that. Now since I became a student of religious studies, it was way back in 1984. And one of the first topics which got my attention, my interest, is the reappearance of Imam. What are the signs? Is it close or is still far? So I imagine it was since 86 that I was attracted to this topic. I started learning about that. And one of the earliest books which I learned and read. It was Asl Zuhur of Sheikh Ali al-Quran. And the book is still here. You can go through that book. It was too early that time. And since that time, I was just looking how we are moving. Are we going closer to the reappearance of our Imam according to the signs given in the traditions, or na'uzubillah ta'ala, we are deviating from that process? And I can assure you, in the last 30 years, I never saw a day when we deviated, or one say that we have rolled back our process of going towards Imam. Always we step forward, we came closer, and this is the world which we have now. It's completely different from what we had 40 years back, what we had 30 years back. If those of my friends who are that type of age, they remember that we don't have that much of mentioning of our Imam in our Majlis 40 years back. The same dua, Allahumma kulli waliyika al-hujjat ibn Hasan. Now we recite everywhere, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. It was not that much 40 years back. I remember, I was living in Karachi in Shia community, and we were very close to Masjid. I remember what we were doing at that time. How much we were aware of his reappearance, or how much we were praying for his reappearance. I know that. These du'as, dua al-nudba, and this same dua asking for his reappearance was not that much changed. Alhamdulillah. Now, almost everywhere we have this dua, almost everywhere we have people talking about that. And during that 30, 40 years, one of the major achievements, I think, which we, follower of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, achieved, that no one can ignore us in this world now. They know we have power. They know we have strength. Look at us 40 years back and now. Just compare. You have Arba'een of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And I don't know if anyone could guess how many people were there every year. No one will say it is less than 25 or 30 million. They normally say it is more than 25 million. Now, could you imagine that many people could come around Karbala 30 years back? It was never been in our mind that this thing we are going to see in our world. It happened. And I can assure you that everywhere in this world, people of religion are retreating except one community, which is Shia. It looks that it is now their time of reliving another life. They are getting strength, so you are part of it. Alhamdulillah. Had you been 100 years back, it was very difficult for people like us to say that be ready for your Imam. But it is now very easy for us. Everywhere it is talking about him. And look at those countries. Alhamdulillah. Look at Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Bahrain, and in our countries in which we are in minorities, in Pakistan, Afghanistan, even India. Cannot you see the change? Cannot you see the enthusiasm in public about Imam? So I am very much hopeful in the light of whatever we learn from our teachers, that it is going to be very close, very, very close now. Now, as we are, alhamdulillah, follower of our Imam, we will always wish to have him as early as possible in our life, but we are commanded to wait, and we are commanded to be ready for him whatever time it takes. So I am very much hopeful that inshallah, if I could live a normal life, Inshallah, people like me will see him, inshallah. But we are his followers. He is the master and we are his followers. So how long it takes, it doesn't matter. Our responsibility is to get ready for him. Now, how you can be ready for him? What you need to change in yourself. And more important, how you guess, are you ready or not? And this realization of your preparation, I think, is the most important point. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if you recite, for example, that surah every day, you will be ready. It's not a magic. This is not a magical spell that you recite for 10 minutes, for example, and then you will be ready. No, it's not going to have this very easily. It has to be done, and I know it's a very difficult task. Now, you know, we waited for him for around 1100 years. And I'm going to ask you a very simple question, and that question always helped me in understanding what type of preparation we need. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. A bit difficult to imagine, but please help me and follow this path. If someone tells you that Imam will have an army, you know that. And you know that it will not be a very small army. It will be a very big army. Thousands of people will be there, if not hundreds of thousands. But if I tell you that I know, and I never felt that, but just assumption. If I tell you that someone in the army of Imam will not be a very good person. If I tell you that someone in the army of Imam, na'uzubillah, he will tell lie, he will miss his prayer, he will deceive people, are you going to accept that from me? You're not going to accept it. Why? Because you will say that we waited for 1100 years, not for a deceiver, not for a liar, not for someone who, na'uzubillah, never performs his duties. His army will be the group of most purified people, and that is what we waited for 1100 years. We never waited for preparation in the personality of our Imam alayhi salam. It was always perfect. So what we waited for? We waited for his ansar, for those who are going to help him. Not the enemies actually, the friends, the followers. So what type of follower we were waiting for? Are we waiting for a lion? Or were we waiting for someone who will deceive people? Or were we waiting for someone who never performs his duties? I know you're not going to accept it. And you know that this army of people which Imam will have, and that army is going to help him, these guys will be the most purified people on earth. I'm going to ask you one question. What is your assumption about yourself? I am not going to put on you, I'm going to put myself under the question. Will I be in that army or not? Honestly speaking. So in this night, and one of the greatest nights of the year, I can sit alone, ask myself a question. And I'm truly wanting me to do this in my life every night, especially in this night. Okay, I'm a Maulvi. People think that I am a student of religion. I've done that much traveling. I've spoken that many places, that many speeches always on the net. But I ask myself one question. Am I ready, or will I be accepted in his army or not? Is my character enough for that army? Is my qualification enough for that army? And I'm requesting you to do the same question with yourself. Have you qualified for that or not? That is the bottom line of every question. Are you qualified enough or not? And if by the honest of your decisions or verdicts you say that yes, I am qualified enough, I will congratulate you. You achieve what you had to achieve. But if you think, or if I think that, okay, I am very close to be qualified, but I have some things to resolve before his reappearance, then this is the right night. Sit with yourself, ask yourself, am I qualified or not? And if you find that, okay, close to be qualified, but I have 2-3 problems that need to be solved, then my dear friend, my dear brother, and my dear sisters, what are you waiting for? You are praying, you are asking Allah to send him as early as possible. We have traditions that don't say in, for example, 2 months, 3 months. No. Tell Allah this time, right now, not tomorrow, tonight, and right now. So what are you waiting for? Resolve these problems. So first thing, judge yourself. Ask yourself, am I qualified or not? And if you see some problems, there are some problems which you think that can be a problem in my entrance to that army, then I will ask you, don't wait for anything. So your duty is to solve these issues. So if I think that without having good namaz, without having good prayer, I can't be qualified for his army, then improve your prayers. And if I think that without reciting Quran, no one will be allowed in his army, because his army will be army of followers of Quran, then you recite Quran, try to understand Quran. And if I think that my parents are, na'uzubillah ta'ala, not happy with me, and we have traditions from Prophet, we have traditions from Imame, that they never accepted anyone whose parents was not good with his parents, then what are you waiting for? Change your life. This is the task which millions of most pious people waited for. A reward. We have a tradition from Prophet. He was sitting with his companions and he said, my salam to my brothers. When he said, my salam to my brothers, companion thought that this is a salam from Prophet to them. So they said, wa alaikum salam. The Holy Prophet said, my salam to my brothers. So they realized that it is not for them. They kept silence. Then again Prophet said, my salam to my brothers. Then he said, Holy Prophet, whom these brothers are? Are not we those brothers? Prophet said, no. They said, how is it possible? We fought Badr. We fought Uhud. We were with you in Khandaq. We did everything for you, and we are not your brothers. So who are those blessed people who are your brothers? He said, there will be a time. It will be centuries from my time. There will be people who will never see me, never had any meeting with me. They just learn about me from papers. He used the Arabic word of blacks and white, which represent writings. So he said they believed in me just because of blacks and whites, the writing. And then because of that belief, they will help my son, who will come in their time. What will be the reward for those people who are going to help Prophet's son at that time? He said, they will be counted as my brothers. Now, can you imagine a title like this? Will that title be given very cheaply? No, brother. It's a title millions of people waited for. So it is going to take a cost from us. And the cost will be a pious life, I can't say perfect life, but close to perfect. And this is the challenge. And you are in one of the most challenging environment of this humanity. Because we know, we have tradition that at the time of reappearance, to keep your iman safe will be tough, more tough than keeping fire in your hand for a whole day.